business meeting at Roof Chris. Wasn't able to get on by the time I finished up. It was about like 10 p.m. Had to call it a night. Saturday when I was on, I got a FaceTime on my iPad while I was live on it. Fucking cooked my whole StreamYard. Don't ask me why I did it, bro. I had a cold for the past few days, so I mean, once that shit got fucked up, that shit knocked my spirits off. But I'm starting to feel better. I'm in better spirits. You know what I mean? Had a very productive day. Went to go shoot some basketball alley for the first time ever. But I had a great time. But you know, we back with all the news and all of that, man. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to Bud. Sorry for what happened to you. There should be a protest about it. But ultimately, they're just jealous because they work just as hard as you, but you achieve more. Uh, Shout out to Bud. I'm glad he's safe. I'm glad he know how to move accordingly when it comes to dealing with hate and things such as, hey man, how about this Shakur versus Tank going back and forth online? Listen, I always said this about Gervonta Davis and I will never change it. He did not, as great as he looks in the ring, very talented. He didn't give a fuck about legacy. I knew that from the get-go. Just because there was so many good matches that, he passed up on. On top of that, once he started getting to the point to where he could call all the shots to fight anybody, and he still was giving us like subpar people, then I already knew he just want to make this shit easy. Like he don't want to risk the chance of possibly not only losing, but not necessarily being as popular. So he would always fight people that weren't necessarily bad, but they clearly weren't the more special fighters, that was facing Gervonta Davis. Yeah, we knew Ryan Garcia, was popular. We knew Ryan Garcia had knockout power, but anybody that know better knew Ryan Garcia wasn't fucking with no Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, listen, man, if I'm wrong, call me out on it. But for the most part, yeah, we seen Rolly get a belt, and I think Rolly's better now than what Rolly was before. But when Rolly faced Gervonta Tank Davis, we knew he was simply somebody that was taking Tank, somebody who was basically fighting Tank, that was gonna produce ticket sales. But we knew Rolly wasn't ready for no shit like that. Now, don't get me wrong, he tried his best, but again, even the way by the stoppage, it just showed that it was levels when it came to Gervonta Davis versus Rolando Romero. But we knew he wasn't ready, and we knew that it was better candidates for him to fight, such as Teofimo Lopez, such as Devin Haney, such as Shakur Stevenson. Even though Shakur Stevenson was a weight class under, I'm pretty sure he would have stepped up for the right money. And for some reason, whenever it was time to go to negotiations, for whatever reason, none of the fighters believed that who were special, such as Gervonta Davis, believed that Gervonta Davis and PBC was offering a bag that make them want to fight Tank. If anything, everybody was saying it was low. So like we knew Tank just was in it for the money. I'm not mad at him fighting Jake Paul for him getting the bag because it's a bigger bag. Go and get it, bro. But yeah, anybody that knew better, we knew he didn't want to be great. We knew that he's a great fighter. We know that he's a great talent. It's not intended to undermine him. But we also knew that it was more so like a business thing for him, which is okay. I feel like initially he did come in the game with the intention to basically show that he's the best, which, for real, I feel like he got the deepest bag out of everybody. Anybody that I will put under him, possibly as of right now, will be Shakur Stevenson. And then I will put Devin Haney, when he was in that weight range before he got cheated and all that other shit. So, we all know Tank don't want to push the limit. Never unified, never really tried. I'm pretty sure they could sit somebody down, with the type of pay-per-views that he built You get what I'm saying? When pay-per-views was popping, and Gervonta Davis would have got the shit going if they was offering the right amount of money, bro. But nobody want to risk going in there for pennies on a dollar, and possibly get hit by one of them haymakers, rather if you going forward or backwards. Because Tank can box all different types of ways. Definitely got some great athleticism, but he don't really want to challenge himself. He on some dare to be great shit. Um, and it is what it is, man. Uh, so Shakur Stevenson is basically gone. In my rankings, Shakur Stevenson passed Gervonta Davis simply because he's willing to challenge himself. To each their own. I know some people may be on some shit like, you know, they still got Gervonta over him because of his knockout ability. I'm not against that. But at the same time, I gotta give Shakur Stevenson his credit because he's been trying to fight people who are people. Now rather if they want to sign the contract or not, he's still been trying to fight him. It would be nice to see a De Los Santos rematch and him handling in such a clean, a much more cleaner manner, which I know he can. But again, it's definitely one of those things to where it's like, to each their own, man. But I mean, how y'all feel about Gervonta Tank Davis? Not necessarily unifying, not necessarily beating the best in his division, or making the fight happen, even though clearly we know that he has the pull to make the fights happen. Do you believe that nobody truly wants to fight him at all? Or do you feel like he doesn't care to fight anybody that's somebody? He's okay with just going in there and getting the easiest bag he possibly can and making the best of the shit. And listen, if that's how he decide he want to finesse the game, bro, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge, man? To stream 12 events on Paramount. Okay. I don't want to see no Dana White unboxing, though, bro, but it's coming. Dana White is going to be a cancer to boxing, such as fucking turkeyology. Why do I say that? Because they don't care about the fighters. They just want all the money to go to them. It's a minimum of 14 fatalities a year in the ring, bro. Motherfuckers is dying for our entertainment. And I don't mean to word it harshly. I'm just stating the statistics. And then you got these motherfuckers who basically don't even want to see those people get paid for legitimately risking their life in the ring. Like, the shit is outrageous to me. And, I really don't value or appreciate it. I wouldn't attend an event or none of that shit, bro. Um, Xander Zayas signed with Bad Bunny's Rima Sports. I didn't know he had a sporting agency. That's fucking crazy, bro. Let me see. Hey, man, do y'all truly want to see Canelo Alvarez fight again after this last performance? Is it time for him to retire? Now, I understand he still has, I believe, a couple more fights under Turkey Al-Sheikh. Then I'm pretty sure he want to make that money. On average, it's still gonna be multiple 10-figure deals. You get what I'm saying? So get your money. Jerron Ennis snubs Terence Crawford and boxing Mount Rushmore. All right. How do I feel about Jerron Boots Ennis not necessarily putting Terence Crawford in boxing Rushmore? That's kind of crazy. But again, he might be looking at it from a more competitive spirit. But the shit that Bud accomplished in the sport of boxing in my lifetime was the craziest shit I seen. And not just him winning, but by the fashion that he won. Maybe after Boots did the camp with Canelo, he seen that it was in Crawford's favor based on him going back and forth doing the rounds with Canelo. So maybe that's why he's not giving him full credit. I don't know. But it is what it is, man. Hey, man, the Omaha police is under investigation after the Terrence Crawford held at, G Point. I don't necessarily want to say that word. Uh, hey, listen, man, somebody should be sued. Fuck. Hit them where it hurt. Fuck them. Fuck trying to file charges and all that. They get them out. They pay them. They take care of their family, all that wild shit. It was uncalled for. Y'all knew who the fuck he was. Y'all probably bet against him and lost some motherfucking money. And that's where the problem truly stems at. Bullshit. Alright, man, they got this fucking Dana White having this deal, man. Man, I know them bonuses is gonna be big as fuck, man. But why sign to a dude that's not gonna allow you to negotiate your own fucking who basically wanna, stop the Muhammad Ali act and basically make it to where you can't even structure your own business within the means of boxing. They're like, why strip boxers of the little power that they do have? They still got to deal with the games and business shit that the promoters do. That's above their level of understanding simply because they're too busy focusing on building their brands and being fighters. So it's like shit is just bullshit, bro. Yeah. Let me see. What's the they said something about are you hip hop? I don't know what the fuck that mean, bro. No, I'm not hip hop. Terrence Crawford trainer has revealed the game plan he gave his fighters to be able to defeat Canelo Alvarez and become the undisputed super middleweight. Brian McIntyre said he wanted to capitalize on Crawford's advantages at southpaw. Just keep turning him. Keep him on the inside. McIntyre explained to Fight Hype. If you're fighting a southpaw or you fighting a southpaw stance, you always want to keep them on the inside. Take away the right hand. Your left hand will travel a shorter distance than his right hand because his right hand is to come across the body, right? And your left hand goes straight down to the pipe. Real easy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. One thing that I gotta give Bud credit for is Alvarez. Hold on, man. My shit lagging. Come on with the bullshit, y'all. Search and I got Wi-Fi. My shit run smoothly. Hey man, is that motherfucker still in talking about some Are You Hip Hop? That motherfucker be crazy, gang. That shit is just triple lagging. What's up with it? Are you hip hop? I get on here and say any motherfucking thing, man. That shit don't even bother me. It just be dumb. Forgetting some of this shit be low IQ. Hey, but yeah, like I was saying, man. Hey, Bud neutralized the left hook. I feel like with his performance, that's totally what I appreciated the most. His ability to be able to take the body punching away from the likes of Canelo Alvarez. Put on a masterclass, man. And I feel like these next couple of matches for Canelo are going to be difficult simply because it's just another blueprint of shit that he don't like. His loss to Mayweather was different. Mayweather's special. Ain't nobody in that weight class got reflexes like Mayweather. So he don't have to necessarily worry about nobody countering in that manner. But somebody being able to use their boxing ability a little bit better possibly can give Canelo trouble because Canelo can't necessarily keep at a good pace. It's older. You see the wear and tear on his body, bro. So I feel like Bud kind of gave the game plan when it comes to that. I feel like he also gave a game plan to where if you can switch hit, the ability to be able to take away the left hook from Canelo Alvarez by smothering the shot real good. So yeah, man. I'm just trying to do this. I ain't fucking with that. My fault, y'all. I had gazed at something. Was trying to see some shit. Hey man, y'all ain't here just people watching. Talk to me. How y'all feel about some shit, man? What's going on in boxing? How y'all feel about Tank fighting Jake Paul? Are you mad at it? Are you against it? Me, myself, and I want to see him get the bag. I don't have a problem with that. But I do want to see him fight like other opponents, that are within the means of his level. Now this Jake Paul fight is a circus fight, so I get it. This shit could, you know, go anyway. Um, Jake Paul still has a puncher's chance. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he don't. He's still a heavier guy. But I would like to see him actually get a fight with Shakur. He entitled to do what he wants, though. It is his career. But it would be nice. I feel like that's honestly a 50-50 fight. Especially because I see him actually go out there and put on a fun fight for Williams Zepeda. I'm not comparing Zepeda to Tank. But I'm saying he looked pretty good in the pocket. He could possibly give Tank some problems. If he can make Tank miss, he damn sure gonna make him pay. It's a good matchup. We ain't gonna see the Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney. It ain't happening. So, gotta appreciate shit for what it is. Is this Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson fight, if that is happening for sure? Is that gonna be at 140 or is that gonna be at a catchweight? And do you see somebody like Shakur Stevenson career lasting for him to go to a 147? Feel like with a guy like that, he fuck around and give you more problems as he had on weight, especially if he can keep that slickness. But we gotta see how he take damage too. We seen a little bit. We seen a little bit against Zepeda, but ultimately I feel like he held his fucking own. Shakur haters is never going to be happy with a Shakur performance. So I know they gonna say whatever they want. But how I graded from an unbiased eye, it was fun to watch. It was entertaining, and it provoked criticisms simply because they want him to turn into a knockout puncher all of a sudden. Everybody can't go out like Gervonta Davis within the weight classes, within that weight class, and this is the reason why Gervonta Davis in his own right is special. But at the same time, Shakur Stevenson just brings a different game, and that's special too. So, you know, uh, but yeah, man, I just touched on a few things. Other than that, I'm about to get out of here. I had a very, very long day. I still got some video editing to do. So, I'm going to fuck with y'all tomorrow, man. Have a good night.